I made these slices 5/8 of an inch thick. Then I cut them in half. I cut them on the mandolin. Then I want to put them in flour, breadcrumbs with some fresh parsley or cilantro, and the egg, which I'm going to beat up, has a tablespoon of heavy cream in it. I'm just going to put a little bit of salt on the zucchini, and then I'm going to bread them and saute them in a little butter and olive oil. So I sprinkle a little salt and pepper on these. Now we're going to go into the flour, just like everybody else seasons things and puts them in flour, and then into the eggs. Dust it, I mean bounce it off. Then we go into the egg. And here you don't want to get your fingers full of egg after you had flour on them. So just take a fork, turn that over, and that piece is done. As long as you get egg all over. Now we take this piece and place it into the breadcrumbs. Now in the breadcrumbs, you still don't want your fingers full of breadcrumbs. So you take it, sprinkle over. I'm sure a lot of people do this. Push it down good. Turn it, like so. And there, the first piece is ready. Now you do them all like that, and then we're going to saute them in olive oil, but not virgin olive oil, light olive oil and butter. Well, that was the easy part. Setting up the zucchini breaded, but then the more difficult part comes later, when we have to make the spaghetti zucchini, and it has to go into cornstarch, only cornstarch, like the last minute. These pieces you're going to put on the rack here, and then when it's time to serve, just a few minutes before, you'll put these in the oven so they're very warm or just a little bit hot. Let me raise the temperature a little. So these, that's oil and butter, because I want a little flavor on that. I saw this in a restaurant a couple of days ago, and they sliced the zucchini, for me, way too thin, where if you didn't know what it was, if it didn't say zucchini on the menu, you wouldn't know. Because let's face it, look, all the breadcrumbs that are on the zucchini. And it was half as thick as are these, okay? They were at the lowest setting on the, what do you call that machine? Yes, the machine that you slice them on, this. Okay? It just slipped my mind, the name of it. The mango, well, it doesn't matter. I think you saw it earlier. So, we're just going to brown these. So there's fresh parsley on there, like I said, or cilantro. I chose cilantro. You could have put, besides the seasoned breadcrumbs, you could have put garlic powder, onion powder, whatever you like. But I felt like the salt, the pepper, the breadcrumbs, cilantro, or parsley is sufficient. Now these are easy to cook. A little more color and we turn it. Not too hot, that's a moderate flame. They don't have to be crazy dark. They can have a nice golden brown look like that, not like that. And then later on, when you put it in the oven, you could even have it 400 degrees for like 2 minutes. And at least these, like this, will be tasty. Okay, so I'm going to shut the flame off. Shut the camera off. No reason to see me turn all of these. So this is how I have it set up for later. So it's now like 2 o'clock. This is going to sit here until about 4:45. Meanwhile, I'm going to julienne the zucchini, which is going to go crispy on top of the way this is set up for 2 portion. So now I'm going to set up the zucchini. For the spaghetti zucchini, you need one of these. Or a mandolin. Oh, that's what I was using. A mandolin that can make strips, but mine doesn't do that. Anyway, I'm going to cut this. Whoops. So you can see how it works. And there you see how you make spaghetti zucchini. So I'm going to continue cutting this until I get a nice pile. Okay, now we go with the zucchini spaghetti. Put it in the cornstarch. The oil's already there. Toss it. And let's sprinkle some in there. Shake it. We'll do a little bit at a time. Look how nice and crispy it looks already. Okay, so now we're going to put that over here. And then I'm going to go about making up the plates. As soon as I finish the second part of this, very nice. And this is just enough to make the 2 plates like I want. Good enough. Cornstarch makes such a mess, but you gotta live with it. Now we're going to go and now I'm setting up the plate. That'll be done in a second. I'm going to put a little salt over this zucchini. With my fingers, place it on top of this. Oh, that looks outstanding. Okay, let's look at it. How do you like that? It looks great. Nice and crispy. Hope you enjoy it.